In today's video, we'll be discussing how long it takes for an unpaid debt to be written off and what happens when a debt becomes statute barred. When you have an unpaid debt, creditors will usually pursue you for payment, and there is no guarantee that the debt will ever be written off. However, if an extended period of time goes by without communication between you and your creditor, the debt could become unenforceable. In the UK, the limitation period for most unsecured debt is 6 years. This includes credit card debt, payday loans, personal loans, and catalogue debt. However, some secured debt, such as mortgage shortfalls, have a limitation period of 12 years. Once the limitation period has passed, the debt becomes unenforceable, but it technically still exists. This means that while your creditor will not be able to take court action against you, they can still take other actions to recover the debt from you. If your creditor is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, then they are not allowed to contact you if your debt has become statute barred. If they do, you can report them to the FCA. However, if your creditor is not regulated by the FCA, they can still contact you and attempt to recover the debt, even if it's become statute barred. It's important to remember that certain types of creditors, such as HM Revenue and Customs, do not need to go to court to take action in order to recover the debt from you. They can take money directly from your wages and benefits. Council tax bills can also still be legally pursued, even if the last payment was over 6 years ago. It is highly unlikely that your local council will allow the debt to reach 6 years old, so you should take priority debts such as council tax debt and income tax debt very seriously. The mention of debt is removed from your credit file after 6 years of the date from the default notice. It also takes 6 years after the default notice for a debt to become statute barred. Therefore, your debt is removed from your credit file at the same time that it becomes statute barred. It is not advisable to ignore your debt for 6 years in the hopes that it becomes statute barred. Creditors rarely let 6 years go by without taking some sort of action against you. Once you stop making payments towards your debt, your creditor will likely send you a default notice. If you do not resume making payments, they will take action against you. This action may be taking a county court judgment against you. If you receive a default notice, you should make payments towards your debt and continue making payments as requested by the creditor. If you cannot afford to make the payments, you should still contact your creditor and inform them. Ignoring your creditors is likely to result in a CCJ being taken out against you. If you make a payment towards your debt after 6 years, it will depend on the type of debt as to whether or not it is enforceable again. If it's an unsecured credit debt, it will remain unenforceable. However, other debts such as mortgage shortfalls have a limitation period of 12 years. Making a payment towards these debts after 6 years will refresh the limitation period, and it will take another 12 years for the limitation period to be completed. If you're struggling with debt, then there are a number of other options available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few multiple choice questions like the total amount of your debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and take steps towards improving your financial situation.